What's up, Taurus? This is going to be your love check-in for the first 2 weeks of October. This is for my Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out my channel. If you are new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I offer personal readings. There's a long wait for a reading with me. If you wanted to explore your options, I put links to my affiliates Mystic Sense and Spiritual Blossom in the description box as well. Mystic Sense will give you your first 5-minute reading free. Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 if you deposit $20. Check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you wanted to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I've put the links to those in the description box as well. Taurus, I'm going to do what I always do. Person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? Then the projected potential outcome for the first half of October. To anyone that is new here, I say potential because I infuse law of assumption into my readings in the channel. My readings are check-in points. They are a check-in into the one version of Taurus, the version of your specific person, and the situation, the connection that you have selected and manifested out of the infinite that are available right now. Creation is finished. Everything exists all at once. Your desires are meant for you. Everything on the outside is a reflection of your state, the version that you're being, of which there are infinite. Therefore, if you would like to manifest this differently, it just requires a shift in your state of consciousness, the version that you're being, a reselection of the person, the situation. Circumstances will shift for you. Look into all the things that I've posted, other coaches on YouTube that are brilliant, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, and I teach as I go. Let's get into it. The person on Taurus's mind. How are they feeling? Four of Cups is in the reverse. How are they feeling about Taurus as we move into the first half of October? They're still holding on to you, Taurus, but there's a rejection wound. They want to come out of that. Holding on tightly, but there's been a lot of withholding. I just saw the Three of Pentacles, and there's stress, something to do with, are you on the same page? Can you cooperate? Can you come out of this rejection wound? Knight of Swords. They may be wanting to rush in and communicate. There also may have been some erratic words exchanged, hence that kind of rejection feeling. Six of Pentacles, focusing on reciprocity and balance. There's been confusion, mixed feelings, mixed signals. That could have caused erratic words or harshness. Some of you, there's been an erratic stop. They could be wanting to come in and give you more, Taurus. Six of Pentacles can be a generous energy. But it's mixed. They're feeling mixed about it. They also might be wondering, have you got other people around you? You could feel that way about them. So that could be what causes this erratic energy or rejection wound. King of Swords is in the reverse. That's harsh energy. That's a bit of a cold energy. Now, either you've come across that way or Taurus, they have, you've reacted. Now there's mixed feelings and confusion. You didn't fuck up anything, Taurus. Doesn't matter. All that matters is the now. And even with this reading, you can walk away, fuck all of this away and select new version. And I'm going to do your side of the street, see what you want, see what's happened with you. And we're going to focus on that moving forward, just for context, okay? King of Swords in reverse, also not the most honest king. Maybe something has not been completely revealed. It's caused a lot of confusion. This can also just be like that cold, avoidant kind of an energy. It's the shadow of the King of Swords. Maybe fickle, says one thing, does another. That's what you've selected, Taurus. Just in this one version, this version of Taurus there, you pushed out. It's a reflection. Ten of Cups. They do on one hand feel like you are very much happiness and fulfillment, but they haven't been very honest or upfront about that. There's a Devil card, lots of attraction and desire, maybe some toxic patterns. They maybe want to release themselves from that toxicity. Some of you are dealing with a person that has a toxic attachment outside of your connection, family, children, exes, or present person. Not all of you. Don't take it if it's not your story. My regulars know why I'm saying that. It's all irrelevant. Circumstances don't matter, okay? I'll go into it more on your side of the street, okay? There's been a Tower due to back and forth energy, potentially the feeling of juggling energies, juggling options. Some of you, they might have some mixed feelings, feeling like you're weighing your options, and there's trust issues there. There's definitely a Tower, okay? There's a Tower energy, there's a crumbling. There could be a shock as well for them now. You know, in October, like you could have had towers, they could be having a tower. Now they're like, shit, maybe I better come to the table or be more, you know, reciprocal to Taurus. Lovers card. There's a shock because there's a lovers. So there's a soul connection here. Maybe this person is also, you know, devil card is obsessive energy as well, Taurus. So that they could be obsessing about you. There could be a lot of desire, but there could also be this needing to break free. Now, that could be partly this triggering between the two of you and they're like, fuck that, I want to break free from Taurus. Again, guys, doesn't matter, and don't take anything I say as loaded. It really is irrelevant. Like if you selected a person that has triggers and unhealed wounds and they're acting some kind of way and you're reacting and then they're reacting, it's just one version and another exists. Okay, you do have a soul connection with this person, but we meet people from where we're at our state of consciousness. Okay, so something within your state of being then selected a version of a person out of the infinite, and this is the circumstances and energy. They do feel a strong connection with you. Okay, there has been back and forth. Now that can be around choices or options for some of you, or a feeling of that and then acting some kind of a way. Maybe they feel also you're not invested in any more, Taurus, or there's been a tower because they weren't really investing and now they want to invest. I'm getting some kind of the tower is what's not working must go. So this person might also realize that they have some toxic patterns that they need to release and let go of. Let's see. Lover's card is duality though. So uncertainty. Four of Cups in the reverse. Saw it when I was shuffling. Rejection wound. It's triggered a rejection wound. They may have triggered a rejection wound in you because there's a lot of stress and anxiety here. Okay, maybe sleeplessness, Three of Wands, and stress about the way forward, and maybe stress if they were keeping you waiting or hanging in there or making you feel like an option. Maybe now they're worried that you're not invested anymore. I've got a Queen of Swords. So this is Queen of Swords in the upright. There's a King of Swords in the reverse. There's assumptions here that someone's not been honest. Okay, and Queen of Swords in the upright in good energy is honest, but also lacks boundaries when she's in her shadow, or can get very harsh and cold and detached when she's frustrated. Okay, there could be that kind of energy between the two of you. I said that Knight of Swords and Tower, blow-ups, erratic behavior, erratic words. And that's coming down to someone not being very open and honest. Okay, for a small portion of you, you know, there's confusion and mixed feelings because of family, and there's a pair here. A Queen of Swords can be like the divorcee. King of Swords, they could be needing to separate from something else. Small portion of you, okay? And even if it were that, guys, looking to manifest away third parties if this is what you selected. It doesn't really fucking matter, okay? Let's look at Queen of Swords. I mean, you could have confronted this person. There could have been some kind of conversation. It could still feel like things are not 100% addressed. But then there's a lot of this anxiety and stress around it. Yeah, there's Five of Wands. There's been conflict. There's been tension, at least tension, obsession, and toxic, you know, words and behaviors around, you know, maybe is there competition? Are there competing interests? Fears around that, founded or unfounded. They could have carried that assumption about you, Taurus, and you could have that assumption about them. Or you selected a person that's avoidant and aloof and not very upfront, and you've made assumptions from your place of consciousness. You have an insecurity about that, and now either it's manifest that way, the mirror has shown you what you believe to be true and assume about self and others as maybe, you know, your worst fear, okay, or not, but there's the energy and tension, in which case, Taurus, fuck, change your story and change your assumptions about them. But right now there's a lot of erratic and harshness and coldness. And there's a Magician, they're still manifesting you, Taurus, but they also might feel like they have competition. Five of Wands and you know, Devil card, they're very, very attached to you. So partly they might be feeling like, should I let it go? Partly they're probably manifesting it. Now, you're the King or Queen manifestor, Taurus, so you got to just focus on the dominant assumption that you have, you're the version of Taurus that gets what you want, and they're the preferable version, and there is no competition, no stress. I mean, they're trying to have courage when it comes to you. It's been a test of strength. There's a Death card and a Nine of Cups. They may be wanting to transform things. Nine of Cups, it's been pleasure and fun. They could be very much missing the pleasure and fun. There's somewhere between end it or transform it, be more generous. Also maybe wait, or if they wait too long, is it over? I'm going to get the oracles that will help us. You know, this could also be ending certain behaviors. Now, Devil card and Nine of Cups can be temptations, addictions, partying. It could be another energy, like I said, that they're trying to get rid of. And Nine of Cups can be selfish behavior. They could feel that way about you, Taurus, that you're more self-serving. The Six of Pentacles is reciprocity. Are we on the same page? They do want to talk to you, Taurus. Eight of Wands. A conversation or communication can go either way. It's feeling very confusing and mixed here. Seven of Cups. Let's look at your side of the street, Taurus, and we can fuck all this away. And this is just the check-in, guys, right now when you watch this video. Literally, you can change in a moment, shift states. Right now, infinite versions exist. So, you know, write a new story, make new assumptions, step into a different version of Taurus, and then project new thoughts onto the situation with your mind, okay? Let's look at you, Taurus. I mean, what do you want? Hermit card. Page of Swords. Maybe you feel like this person observes you. Maybe there is observation between the two of you. Maybe you feel like the communication can be kind of small and petty. Let's have a look. Did I say the signs? Capricorn, Gemini, Scorpio, Leo, Virgo. Yeah. What does Taurus feel? The moon in the reverse. So you feel like something was not honest. There's revelations around it. Hierophant card in the reverse. You feel like this person is not sharing the same values, not committed to the situation. Nine of Cups. You do feel pleasure with this person and they're like a wish fulfillment, but you may feel like they're more pleasure than anything else. Let's see. Lovers card, but in the reverse. They have Lovers card in the upright. They do believe that you love them. They feel like there's a mutual love. I think, Taurus, you're doubting that they do, or you feel like the love feels one-sided because of their behavior. So you've got to change the story. It doesn't matter what the fuck has happened, guys. If you want it, no, they absolutely love me. Like, watch Sammy or any of those coaches. Like, give things new meaning. It doesn't fucking matter. Don't even react to 3D circumstances. I don't care what this person has done. If you want it. If you're going to sit there in the comments and be like, they're toxic, they're this, they're that. Yes, fine. Then fuck them off and change your story and who you're being so you don't manifest and select that again. Law of assumption. Look into it, please, guys. It was from your state of consciousness, and also set yourself free if it's triggering you and hurting you. Or if you do want it, stop keeping this person in the dominant story that they are toxic and they're this and they're that and they said that and they did that. Five of Wands in the reverse. There's competition and tension, or there's been conflict and you just want to get over it and get past it. Four of Swords in the reverse. It's been on hold. You want to come out of that. Page of Swords had to come out. Called it. You feel like this person observes you. Some of you feel like there's other energies in the mix and you feel like there's eyes on you or something like that. That was just one thing coming through. So there's just like maybe some toxic energies thrown into this, or paranoia about that. Again, fuck away all third parties. If you've written a horror story, Taurus, you are the writer and director of the show, okay? In every reality and version of you. So you're assigning roles to characters without even knowing it when you're unconscious. So step into a version of Taurus that everything is amazing and you're loved by everyone. There's no toxicity. Any third parties don't exist. Everyone treats you with love, kindness, and respect, something like that. Strength and strength, Taurus. You're both, I don't know, this could be clash of the egos. And Judgment card, I mean Tower as well, and Devil in the reverse from a different deck with the Magician in the reverse. Oh my God, Nine of Cups in the reverse. So many same cards, guys. So they're actually, Taurus, they're confused about where you're at. They have upright cards like, you know, I saw that Nine of Cups in the upright here. So it's like they still feel like you're pleasure and joy. You're like their only pleasure and joy. So they might still feel like you're a wish fulfillment. Your assumption is that's all that they want is to have fun, because that's Nine of Cups in reverse. There's a selfish energy. Magician card in the reverse. Well, one, you may feel This hasn't manifested the way you wanted it to, unfulfilled potential. They're manifesting you, Taurus, but the half and the whatever is you wavering between different versions and assumptions about them. This is also when you might feel like there's manipulation. So you could be holding this person in a dominant assumption that they're a manipulator, they're toxic, that there's other energies, whatever it is. Okay? And the Devil card in the reverse, you both feel of a strong attachment, but maybe trying to release yourself from the attachments or the obsessions about it. Mutual attraction, but maybe it's not feeling so healthy. And I already explained, set yourself free either way, because you don't want to be attached to an unhealthy version of Taurus, one version that experiences unhealthy dynamics. And if you want to fuck this person off, that's totally fine. They're just a mirror though. I'm not excusing bad behavior, guys, so just please fuck off. Don't give me that in the comments. Hey, my regulars know. The new ones, you'll understand, or whatever, that what I'm saying if you keep watching and following. But the Judgment card, you do want a revival. There is a Tower energy. I do think that there's been towers between the two of you on a personal evolution, which is much more relevant, Taurus. This is just what's not working must go. Okay, in your consciousness. So version of Taurus that doesn't have limiting beliefs and fears. Now this person could have that too. They are wanting maybe to transform things, Taurus. You know, you've been processing a lot. There has been conflict, tension. There's been Tower. Judgment card's your own personal awakening. This is a spiritual connection. You don't want what's toxic anymore. You don't want to feel bound to anything toxic. So you would need... I mean, this person, it's like, you're not really trusting their love, Taurus, okay? And maybe stuff in the past it's caused you to have founded reason for that. But again, you can keep going along on a timeline and then still feel tied to a person and still keep getting the same shitty result. Or you can not be tied to them at all and just take your fucking awareness, but deal with why it showed up in the first place. That's my recommendation either way. Or if you're feeling like the part of you desires this person so much and wants them, and you go in and out of feeling all this amazingness, and then you get really re-triggered and upset, that's also not serving. So that's what the Devil is not serving you. It's the reflection and the trigger and that toxic story about self, because you also have the Sun. Speaking of, that you also feel like this person gives you joy and happiness. So Leo energy, Scorpio, double Scorpio here. Yeah, I mean, some of you, like the Sun, see, I saw it when I was shuffling, it hadn't come out yet. You know, some of you, on one hand, you feel exactly what I was saying before. You feel so much happiness and joy. On the other hand, you doubt the Lover's card, and that's a reflection, wound, 9 of Wands, around self, that if you're going to be honest, you've got to stop BSing yourself about your subconscious beliefs, or which are being triggered. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this experience, or you wouldn't even react to certain things. But this is like feeling like the love's one-sided, which equals also I'm not chosen, I'm not enough, I'm not loved. And this person must show up as a mirror to confirm. The outside is a reflection of the state of consciousness you're in, who you are being. So select version of Taurus that's always loved. Okay, even if there's then been the reflection and actual things happened and you're wounded, because you are wounded, Taurus. There's been guardedness, there's definitely passion and attraction. We've got Queen of Swords again. Part of you want to like cut it out altogether, which is totally fine as well. Some of you have another option. You have passion around you, but you're still wounded by this. Now, we don't want anything new to morph into the monster, Taurus. So either way, this is what Neville Goddard says about killing the old man, letting, you know, the dead burying the dead. Need to forgive old version of Taurus. And this isn't religious forgiving them. It's like, literally, why not? Because you're holding on. If you keep going to that and you're resentful, you keep going to an old timeline, and it's a version of you. You stepped into a different reality that this would never happen to you. You're always loved. You're always adored. You're always chosen. People treat you with love, kindness, and respect. They're always trustworthy. That's what you want. Now, this person will still show up and mirror that back to you, guaranteed. A lot of times you can take your attention away from something and they still will come up in your reality completely different. They must mirror to you who you're being. Now, you may not want them anymore, Taurus, or you do want them, but you have to do what I say, please. You can cut them away, Taurus. You're looking for something honest, truthful, They seem to love you, but it could be that you are dominantly assuming that this person is a this and a that. Now, I've already gone over that ad nauseum, what to do about it, okay? Ace of Wands, you're attracted to them. You just feel like they don't have a direction. There's no plan. You're on guard about them. You're wounded. You're having a Tower moment. You're like, everything that's not working must go. The Lover's card, you do feel a strong bond. You feel like the love's not returned. As long as you assume that no matter what this person comes in with, they're not going to change. But they do want to talk to you, Taurus. So let's see with the oracles what they have to say, okay? And guys, leave this today. It's not like because it's for the next 2 weeks. It doesn't mean that it's fixed either for the next 2 weeks. You can step into new version, immediately start changing your thoughts and assumptions, right? Okay, so what is this person, what's going on here? Let's have a look. Okay, frozen. It's been frozen. Locked, detached. It's that cold and detached energy. What does this person feel? Okay, I just said before, it's been lacking direction. And this says like, you know, foresight, the direction forward. Now this also says like 2 arrows, that way or that way. For you, Taurus, either way, you don't want to keep going down this direction, and that's the past version and old version. You want to step into a new version and reality. So with or without this person doesn't matter. Okay, for you, because we do have coffee date, meeting up, planning, discussions. So they do want to have a discussion with you. 8 of Wands. Ooh, there's been a lot of that attraction. It says lust, sexual energy. It also says non-committal and then tragedy. So there has been that. There's been a row around that. Now we have chasing, persistence, hunting down, resilience, secrecy, not opening up, deception, ego. You both have the Strength card. Now, Taurus, I said to you that there's something about you feeling watched or unhealthy energies. I have the Gossip card. This says rumors, petty conversation. So this person just not showing their hand, being petty, then you may be having petty conversation. It says smearing your image, making you the fool. Something within here. Now, Taurus, again, you've written the show. Don't care who doesn't agree with me. You might have, you know, a self-concept issue, and then all this horror, at least, or even in the mind, you might have assumptions. Oh, people are talking about me. I've been made a fool, whatever. Or maybe they just feel because of their behavior, they feel guilty that they've made you feel like a fool in some kind of a way, haven't treated you well or with respect. This says deja vu. There's history, but this also says repeated patterns. This keeps going round and round. Now, this person could have a pattern in the way they show up. Don't worry about that if you did want them. You've selected a person that has that pattern. There is a version of them, like there's a version of you that is different. There's a version of them that's not the pattern, okay? Completely done. Moving on. They might feel like you're moving on. It also says ending cycles, lessons learned, coming full circle. Now, I've explained, you don't want to keep coming full circle. So the Tower and all this change is changing self and selecting different version of the connection, because that's toxic, right? Okay, surprise, so spontaneous, showing up, unexpected change. So Taurus, they are wanting to talk. They're mixed about where you're at. They're not sure. Have you moved on? Have they lost you? There's been a lot of ego. They are going to chase you, but because there's an awareness here, becoming aware. I mean, you both have that Tower. That can also be like big Tower moments, right? Like an awareness around something that needs to change. So what are they coming in with? Paradise. That's that 9 of Cups, guys. Happiness, joy, playfulness, enjoying each other. So there's a lot of pleasure between the two of you. Oops. Oh, this says sabotage and rebuild, persistent. I said they're going to chase you. Now, if they come in chasing, Taurus, and you, like I said, have the assumption when they reach out, you're still in this version, in this state of consciousness, and then it's not so much what's said or done, though things then eventuate, but like if you're in a state, it's energetic, right? You're only going to get the result of like what you're assuming, the version of you. The outside's going to then mirror. So even if this person is trying to change, you know, they can only show up how you dominantly assume them to be, or also if they come in a bit changed and you haven't changed self, you won't get the permanent lasting results because you haven't changed what you assume about self. I am loved, I am chosen, I am worthy. There's something here about options. unconventional one-night stands string along. So they sabotage with that kind of an energy, not, you know, making you feel like an option. They may have felt like you would make them an option. They might feel like you now have options. But there's opportunity here for working on it, sabotage and rebuild, stop the pattern, it says. Teddy bear, interested in new blooming, romance, flirting, wanting to date. And this is the mixed energy, guys. So stick to the script that you want, Taurus. Camera, reminiscing, making memories, learn from the past, perception. So they're having a Tower moment. There is a change in perception. I think they want to come and do it differently. And it's going to come down to how durable is that, and what they come in with what you're persisting in. Okay, Taurus? I hope that resonated for you guys. And if so, you can let me know in the comments, please. And I'll check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.